Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about FNAF fans, Five Nights at Freddy's fans, and we're going to talk about Halloween Horror Nights fans. Now that these two groups are intermingling, we've got some problems going on.
Yeah, so basically what's going on is they're offering, which they've, other places have done this before. I don't know if Halloween Horror Nights has, but this year they're offering a no scares, deathly afraid glowing necklace. And what it is an upcharge of $20.
Of course it is.
Yeah. They don't give it to you for free. You have to pay $20 to get in. You get in and you pay $20 on top of it for this necklace that basically alerts scare actors not to jump scare you or frighten you because you're scared, which is okay. I mean, I see both sides of this argument, but fans of Halloween Horror Nights are like, what the flip? It's Halloween Horror Nights. And why are you going to a horror event if you're afraid? And so it's led to these people accusing the Halloween Horror Nights fans of gatekeeping the event from those that are scared.
Oh, God. Okay, so let's talk about this because for those of you who don't know, who aren't really into theme parks, I know we've got people that are probably coming in and just, like, what are FNAF fans complaining about now? Scott Cawthon being a Republican? What are you doing? Halloween Horror Nights is an annual event at Universal. They have it both California and Florida. The Florida one's the bigger one. It's actually one of my favorite events. It might actually be my favorite thing in all of Orlando, but it is, pretty hardcore. It's pretty scary. It always has been historically. Now they do get, they have multiple haunted houses, and some of those haunted houses, vary in intensity. Sometimes they get stuff like Ghostbusters, and this year they got FNAF, but they also have, houses where people are being like ripped apart and
they have Terrifier, and they're going to have a
Terrifier's there. Yeah. But and you can actually go back. I don't know. I think we've streamed from there before, but we do a lot of the horror events. Both me and the kids are like really super into the Halloween stuff. So, speaking of Halloween,
I also into Halloween stuff, just not the same kinds. I'm into the cutesy Halloween stuff.
Cutesy Halloween, yeah. So if you guys are into Halloween, since you're we're talking about Halloween Horror Nights. If you're into retro, if you're into retro Halloween, which Geeky is, she designed these retro pins. They're glow in the dark, Geeky Sparkles glow and ghouls. And we're doing pretty good on this, man. Like 2 days, a day in, and $5,000. So that means everybody gets a free sticker. And once we hit 10,000, we're going to unlock another pin. Mm-hmm. And I know what the pin is. You know what the pin is.
Oh, we can just tell people. The pin's going to
be Geeky as a pin. Yes. The Geeky Witch.
Which I think is adorable. Anyway, so back to the point.
Yes.
So when you're going to a scary event, like you guys go to the Phantom Fall Fest at Kennywood a lot too.
Yes.
And I know our kids really like it there because the actors, there's not a lot going on. They will actually get in line and interact with you in line. And they love that. And Halloween Horror Nights, same as like with Phantom Fall Fest, there are scare zones. Different sections of the park are themed to different scares. And when you walk around, they will scare you. You said there's chainsaw clowns.
Murder clowns, killer clowns from outer space, zombie cheerleaders, all kinds of crazy. We had trick-or-treaters one year that were like, you want to talk about the vintage stuff? They're really cool. They had like the vintage Halloween costumes on. They have ball bats. And I mean, this is not what I would consider. I mean, there are kids there, but it isn't what I consider like a family event. It's definitely PG-13 plus, and some of the houses are R, right?
Right. And so this year they have Freddy's, Five Nights at Freddy's, and they're expecting a lot more people to want to come to the event.
Yes.
And they're going to buy this lanyard. Now, the issue with the lanyard is if you wear it, they will not scare you in the scare zones when you're walking around. It does not work in the houses. So I don't get why you'd buy it, because unless you're there to ride rides or something, because some of the rides are open also.
Some of the rides are open. They're a lot of them are walk-ons. Like
you want to test it out. You want to ride rides. Maybe you want to try some of the cool food. I can see it for that reason. But if you're going to go, you want to go to the houses, and I think they're thinking a lot of this has to do with the Five Nights at Freddy's house skewing to a younger audience.
Yes.
It's not going to stop you and your kid from being scared in the house. Like, they're going to stop in the house just because you have the necklace.
Yeah, and again, the houses vary in intensity. Some of them, I think they have a more general appeal, like the Stranger Things houses aren't as bad as, like, God, the one year we went, the Weekend house, that was crazy. And some of them are just, they're more the aesthetic. That same year they had one that was really cool. It was like a nautical themed. It wasn't really that scary, but it was really cool. But yeah, like, I mean, here's the thing. People take their kids here. There are a lot of kids around. I don't know. This is not Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, right? This is definitely
it's haunted it's horror nights. It's Halloween
13 and up
horror.
For most people. Now, okay, so I've always been into horror. I used to watch horror with my grandfather. He was into that kind of stuff too. He used to let me stay up late on weekends to watch horror movies. We'd watch, Friday the 13th and, Nightmare on Elm Street and all that stuff. So for me, it's like I'm completely numb to it, but I know a lot of kids aren't. Some adults did you see this video clip going around Twitter where they had this obviously on the spectrum person that was like freaking out about all the cosplayers that they were like scaring her at the event or whatever, and it was like, please don't come up to me, I'm so afraid. And I'm like,
but I understand. I mean, see, I think that's what the necklace is for. Is like people like that.
Yeah, but this whole event is designed to scare the shit out of you.
That's why I don't go, because this isn't my thing, and I know it's not my thing, so I don't go. I could get a necklace to go. It's cool to see some of the stuff. Oh, look, there's a moon, or some of the moons looks like kind of like what.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't vintage. That one's not the one I based it on, but that looks kind of like it. See, I love that. Anyway, this isn't my thing, and that's okay. I understand that. I'm more of a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween person. Like this stuff, not me.
Yeah.
That being said, people are going to go to this because they want to be scared, and I see both sides of this argument, because what the one side of the argument is it's not hurting you if they have a "Don't Scare Me" necklace. And that's true. However,
I'm scared.
However, if someone is there to be scared and they're nearby a person without the necklace on, they're gonna avoid that person. So it might hinder other people's interaction because of the necklace, the lanyard. Also, where does it end? Because what happens is, this is where they're getting accused of gatekeeping. I get people want to come that might be scared, which I don't understand why. But they start like making changes for this, and they start selling these necklaces, okay? And then a lot of people go because they want to see the Freddy's house,
right?
And HHN or Universal's gonna look at this, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, we made a lot of money by making it like a PG house and then selling these necklaces. So next year, let's do 2 PG houses and sell more necklaces." You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what their fans are afraid of, is that they're going to basically neuter the event to cater to people who want to come see part of it but are too afraid of the event in general. So I really understand both sides, because someone might be bringing their kids and they aren't going to go in the house, but they're taking the kids, up to the house, and they might be scared or whatever. So I see both sides. I really, truly do. But to me, it just seems stupid to go to a Halloween horror event and then say, "Don't scare me."
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I'm also like, so this is my feeling on Halloween Horror Nights. Again, it's not Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, right? Mm-mm. It is more adult. It always has been more adult. I think it's actually in more recent years gotten more and more intense as some of the newer horror movies that have come out have gotten more and more intense. And again, they've always had some, Ghostbusters and Beetlejuice. And
this time it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
And so there's always a couple of like IP houses that aren't going to be as horrifying as some of the other ones. But it's not Disney. And I mean, my feeling on this is like, yeah, I get it. People should be able to go and have a good time and whatever. But I'm also like, I can see the other side of it, where people who go to this horror event because they legitimately want to be scared are afraid that they're going to nerf the whole thing because a handful of people either, took their kids, probably shouldn't have taken their kids, or they, they just don't want to be scared. And then next thing you know, like the whole flavor of the event changes.
Kind of like any other fandom. You like, yes. We want to welcome everyone.
Sorry.
And we want to welcome everyone. And then they come in and then, okay, this is great, but I don't like half stuff about it. So you have to change it all to cater to me. And they do. And then they bring their friends in and it's a completely different thing. And then they're telling the people that were the original fans or that made it popular to get lost. It's not for them anymore. And they always say, keep your fandoms. And that's what I think people were concerned about, is that if they, like you said, nerf it, if they do one this year, they have one house, and if Universal makes a lot of money on these necklaces, because they're going to pack more people in, sell more tickets, and then turn around and sell those necklaces, which is going to make it busier. And if people are packed together with those necklaces on, then you're not going to get those scare zones. What's the point of having them? And they might start making the houses more PG. Like, instead of just having one house like that, they might have 3, because we're going to get all this money. And then it's going to, in 5 years, it's going to be basically just a little scarier. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. And if you want the real scares, you have to go to their Vegas location.
That's what I'm kind of afraid of, is that they're going to try to, I mean, honestly, here, Universal, free advice. I've got a solution for you. Do a kid-friendly event at Epic Universe. And put the kids stuff over there. Put the kids stuff over there. Do Luigi's Mansion. Do Five Nights at Freddy's. Do what were some of the other things?
That's smart. If you have a kids version, they have things that adults want to see. Then you can go. You can go to the Horror Nights, and you can go to the other one that's more family friendly. Then you can get double dip on the people.
Right. You've got multiple parks. It's only in studios. Just do a kid friendly event in tandem with Halloween Horror Nights.
They're not going to want to do that unless it's a few nights, because they'll have to,
don't do it as much
down early.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, that would be, to me, that would be about the only, because I don't, if I'm spending the money to go to Halloween Horror Nights, I want the bejesus scared out of me. And it's hard to scare me, right? It's really hard to scare me. So, and I don't, like, the clowns kind of gave up after a while, because I just always expect something to jump out from behind the bushes or whatever. But like, I go because I want to see really cool, horrifying shit that you will not see in a Disney park. I don't want it to be another Disney. And I actually agree with this Bailey Motionless here, who said, don't want to be scared. Don't go to haunt events such as Halloween Horror Nights. It's called Halloween Horror Nights for a reason. Go to Disney if you don't want to be scared. If I went and got spooked a bit, I'd laugh it off. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I don't want to see, because this is something that Disney would never do. Like, they're talking, we're going to have Villains Land. I'm like, it's not going to be anywhere in the ballpark of what Halloween Horror Nights is. I don't want that to change. You've got Universal and the kids stuff all day. You got Harry Potter, like, all day, Nintendo all day. Let us, this one time a year, have this really cool event. So for me, I'm kind of like, I completely understand it. And the people who are big fans of Halloween Horror Nights, they're like diehards, and they're not going to like it getting nerfed. And look, we all understand they have a house or two a year that's not like super scary or whatever. But if your kids are going to freak out, then for God's sake, don't bring them, because there is stuff jumping out from behind like every bush, every building. Yeah. It's just the way it is.
Basically has led to a bunch of people saying that the HHN fandom is gatekeeping the event, because they're trying to keep people out that might want to wear their lanyard. They're getting mad about it. And now I agree, if someone wants to wear the lanyard, if it doesn't impact you, it's not a big deal. But it may impact people if, like, they're trying to get scared, and then there's people with lanyards all over. They can't be, and they're going to take the scare zones out, because, if everybody's wearing lanyards in the scare zones, and you can't really scare anybody, because they might inadvertently get scared. They're still walking around. They might not approach you, but they're still there.
Okay, so this Alex here says, as someone who has worked at a haunt with the necklaces, it's an operational nightmare for the scare actors and leads to nothing but everyone working the events getting yelled at over these necklaces.
Yeah, I was going to say they're probably going to yell at them if they accidentally scare someone they're not supposed to.
And then there's going to be like a lawsuit, like, I paid $20 for a necklace so Timmy wouldn't be scared because he just wanted to go to Five Nights at Freddy's, and this killer clown jumped out and he pissed his pants, and Universal.
Well, he's going to Freddy's. I mean, come on. You still have to go through the house. And it's going to be based on the movie, and they have the animatronics. I put the video up of the animatronics earlier today, so you can see them. They look really good. Yeah. But they're still going to be freaking scared. If you were scared of the movie, you're scared of the game, because it's jump scares and crap. I guarantee you they're probably going to jump scare the shit out of you in the house. So it's not going to help you in the house.
Yeah. This person here, Trillin, says we should speed limit roller coasters to 10 miles per hour so everyone can enjoy the experience. Yeah, no, that's exactly what this is, because not everybody can. Like, I can't handle big drops. I literally try to explain to my kids, like, you understand, it feels like somebody's taking a knife and like jabbing me in the stomach with a knife. Like, I can't do big drops. I can do some coasters, but not the ones that are these like death coasters or whatever. It's like, I can't do it. That's okay. I don't think they should take them out of the park because people
you just don't go on it because
I just don't go on those rides. It's okay. I'm okay with that. You know, some people don't like water rides. I love water rides, but some people don't like water rides. They don't want to get wet. Does that mean you have to take them out of the park? It's not for you. Go find something else to ride.
Someone said about going to a horror movie and then, you know, but it's okay. You're going to have the horror movie shield. So you can watch the movies, but not, you know, but they're not going to scare you. But the whole theater has to, you know, watch whatever. And it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. You can go to the park during normal day, and still see some of the Halloween stuff, and still get to go, you know, ride the rides. But you're not going to get the Five Nights at Freddy's, the Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria stuff that doesn't open until 7.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to be able to access some of this food stuff, some of this extra special merchandise and all that unless you go. And I guess in that case, if you're just using the lanyard to get in there so you can try stuff or participate without being scared, and you're not going in the houses, I guess I can see it to a degree. But I'm also thinking someone's going to get scared accidentally. I also know
that's what I think is going to happen.
Well, just because you got a necklace on, they're still walking around. If they're going to freak you out, they won't jump at you or creep on you. But they're still going to be creeping on other people. You're still going to see them. They're still going to freak you out, guaranteed.
This is again. I understand people are like, well, just don't wear it. It's going to be fine. I'm like, no. Again, what's going to happen is all it's going to take is for Karen to freak out about how her kid got scared and she paid
or how
for
she
this
got
thing,
scared
or how she got scared. She didn't know it was going to be that bad. And then they're going to nerf the whole thing because they're going to be like, oh, maximum profit. We got all these kids. Just do a kids event. Maybe
they might go the other way and just be like, hey, we make too much money off this. Put it back the way it was.
The Halloween Horror Nights people are like hardcore and they spend a shit ton of money.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I mean, it's insane.
Like
you should see the animatronics for the Freddy's thing.
Oh God. I think I have it pulled up here. Hold on, let me see. There we go.
Yeah, there's a video. That's a clip I took. But if you go down, there's actually a TikTok, and it has on the TikTok. Go back up.
There it is.
But like they're gonna have the cup. No, it's not that one. They're gonna have cupcakes, and like they're gonna have a pizza that's like spaghettis and meatballs on top of it. Here, it's that thing. It's not loading for some reason. Here, if you skim through it, this is one of the show directors here, and they're gonna just give it a second. They're gonna take you in to look at the event. But you can see little drawings. This is supposed to be his pizzeria. Okay, so they're going to put in the experience they saw in the film. This is Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and they're going to go look at the. We've got animatronics around the corner, and they said in the house they're going to be attacking you. Now this is the original start of it, but in the house they said they're going to be attacking. So they're probably people costumed up as the characters too, like they did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they look great. If they
don't have Foxy there, but
No.
Foxy's in it too. I know Foxy's in it somewhere.
Oh, Foxy's probably going to jump scare because that was in the game. Oh man, that's awesome. If they were smart, they would build just a Freddy land or like a horror. Like I would be down with a Universal horror park. It doesn't have to be like hardcore like Halloween Horror Nights, but
they're doing that, but they're doing it in Vegas and stuff.
Yeah, but it's not really a park. It's just kind of like a permanent
it's an experience.
Yeah. So but yeah, the quote retweets, I mean, they're really divided on my personal feeling on it is like I get it. I get, you know, taking the kids or whatever, but I'm like, I completely understand the horror fans that are afraid that they're going to turn it into a Disney event.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, like I said, they're all like, it doesn't affect you. And it's like, it might not, but it might, because if you're standing too close to someone with a lanyard on, you're not going to get scared because they're afraid that they might accidentally scare them and then be in trouble. So it is going to hurt. It is going to ruin the experience for other people potentially. And in the houses, it doesn't matter. And I'm concerned that their takeaway might be, hey, we made way more money offering these. Everybody wanted to come to the Five Nights at Freddy's house.
Yeah.
So next year, let's do, you know, like I said before, 2 or 3 of those with the lanyards, and we'll make even more money. And it might completely like tone down the event, like take the teeth out of it completely.
Yeah, and I get that people are like, well, if I'm paying for it, I won't be scared. But I'm also like, again, I'm of the mindset that not every attraction is for you. And I talked about with roller coasters. I literally cannot do huge drops. And
these are the people usually like, it's not for you then, but then.
Yeah, it's not for you. That's fine.
But everything's for them.
Just don't go. It's an optional event. It's not like they're running around during the day when you're trying to ride the kiddie rides or whatever. It's like, it's not.
If you want to be able to access the special merch, the special foods, and the special things that go on, you have to participate in the event. So it's probably a lot of people who want to take part in like the restaurant and some other stuff. And to do that, you have to go to the event, but they don't want to be scared. They're not going in the houses, but they don't want to be scared in the other areas either.
I don't get this. There are a number of people that they want to experience it, but they don't want to be scared. But I'm like, that literally is the reason.
That's the point. That's the entire point.
I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm really not trying to be a dick here. I'm just like, I'm trying to process how I guess how it's working. Like, oh, I love the idea of water parks, but God, I'm afraid of water. So could you just like drain all the pools? So, the water slides,
so that, anybody near me it can't be wet or can't have water.
Yeah, then it just ruins it for everybody else. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm really not trying to be that guy. But I'm just like, I don't understand the logic.
Money.
Yeah, it's money, but look, we've gone to these things multiple times. Obviously, love them. I see people dragging kids that are way too damn young, and they're like in costume and stuff like that, and they're just like, these kids are like, 6 or 8 years old, and I'm like, why the hell are they here? Like, you should not have them here.
What it's about a bunch of people who are just mad. They want to participate in the event. They want to go to the restaurant and stuff. They don't want to be scared, and everything has to be about them. Same people that make everything about them. Same people that they get into franchises. They demand everything be changed to accommodate them. It ruins it for everybody else. Then they're like, well, it's not for you. It's for us now. That's probably why.
Yeah. I don't want to see this become a Disney event. Right. And this is one of the things that separates Universal from Disney. And I don't want to see it get nerfed. And I actually do agree more, I think, with the Horror Nights fans, that, this is gonna be the first domino that gets knocked over. And next thing you know, everything is kid friendly.
Last time I heard, you're gatekeeping She-Ra. We ended up with, princess parties and sleepovers and best friends club, and everybody is alphabet.
Yeah. This is funny here. Desperate need to be in a place that you have no interest in being at unless everyone completely ignores the entire point of the thing while you're around. Make it make sense.
I know, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense to me either, but I kind of can see where they're coming from. I really can. But I'm also like,
it's not Disney. And
it's not about you.
No, and this is a different crowd. I mean, we have some overlap with the Disney people, but once you start getting like the Disney adults into the mix, I think
let them have this. Let the fans have it.
Yeah, just let us have this. Like, Disney people didn't mess with Universal people until recently. Like, it was like the dark place. You weren't allowed to. If you were a Disney fan, you weren't allowed to do the Universal, right? Like, it was like, oh no, that's the other place. We don't go there. But now, since they've got bigger IP and stuff, there's a lot of overlap. But I don't want to see it Disneyfied. That's it.
There you go. Pussified, I'll say. Pussified. But anyway, are we done?
Yep. Hey, one more shout out here. Check it out on Kickstarter. Geeky Sparkles, Glow and Ghouls. They're not that scary.
My one cat's a little bit scary.
A little bit scary. Geeky's kitty is scary. So we're gonna. It's got teeth.
Yep.
We're gonna wrap this one up. Meow. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.